Anyway, I'm out here getting ready to put some straw on my strawberry plants. They're starting to grow a lot better since I got rid of those peas. The pea plants were planted too close. They were shading my strawberries too much. So they're doing a lot better since I've moved them. And I got some other wild stuff coming up here. I even got tomato plants. And I didn't plant tomato plants in here, but they're coming up in here from the compost and everything else. But I ordered this this straw that is supposed to be especially for composting stuff like, or not composting, but mulching strawberry plants and that type of thing, because it doesn't have the seed part in it. So it's not going to encourage anything else to grow. So and it's supposed to help keep the ground wet, or help keep it wet. Keep your strawberries off of the ground when they're coming on your plants and that type of thing. And I'll probably have to get more to put on them for winter, or either put the lid, the cover on this little greenhouse for winter time, and that will help protect them from the freezing cold temperatures as well. That's a tomato plant right there. I did not plant tomatoes in here. But they're definitely coming up in here. I've designated this as my strawberry patch. But this hay doesn't have, or straw doesn't have, bugs and seeds and all that kind of stuff in it that you should put near strawberries. So and the onions don't bother the strawberries, they help them. They help mask the scent of the strawberry plant against bugs, because they don't, take any shade away from the strawberry plant. And I think maybe the onions will like it too. That tomato plant gets a little bigger, I'll pull it out of here and put it somewhere else. I've got so many volunteer tomato plants, it's crazy. This is good to do strawberry plants, especially in the winter time as well, to help protect them from freezing and that type of thing. I got this the other day, and then I got busy with other stuff and forgot that I had the hay already. But this is definitely going to help my strawberries, I think. But there is a little bit of dust that comes from this hay, and I'm breathing it, so that's what's making me cough. When it starts really getting hot out here, this will help keep them cooler, somewhat cooler than they would be if I didn't put straw to them. Just trying to be careful not to cover my plants up. They're so tiny. And no, you don't get up in here. He'll think the straw was put up in here for him to lay on. I'm not going to like that at all. No, I'm not going to like that at all. You get up in my strawberry patch. Yeah, I'm not going to like it at all. Got onions in the corner. And like I said, that helps mask the scent of the strawberry plants and the strawberries when they get on there against insects. They'll smell the onions and the marigolds and all this other stuff. And hopefully not my strawberries. Let's go here on the other side. The box was so light, I was afraid there was not going to be enough. I said, well, you don't get very much for your money, but I see there's more in the box than what you think because it's really packed. It's really packed down. I mean, you can buy bales of hay and all that, but it's got all the seeds in it. And if you go putting that kind of hay or straw to your strawberry plants, you're going to have all those seeds taking root and they're going to start growing in your strawberry patch. And I didn't want that to happen. No way did I want that to happen. So this is bug-free, seed-free. So it's not going to attract any bugs or anything to your strawberries. Just want to give my strawberries plenty of room. marigolds are gonna do good to keep bugs away too. The marigolds will help mask the scent of the strawberries, and that's what you're trying to do here. If the bugs can't smell your strawberry plants or your strawberries that are coming on there, they won't know to go to your plant, your strawberry plant. And that's the whole idea of planting the marigolds and the onions close. But we don't want the tomato in there. That's got to come up. I don't remember how much this box of straw was. It wasn't too bad, but I don't remember exactly how much. But I'm definitely going to have enough to do both of them. You know, I got strawberries in the other raised bed too. But you got to have plenty of sun for your strawberry plants. And it doesn't hurt to give them a little bit of shade, but you don't want to give them too much shade. They like the sun. And that's one thing that the peas were keeping off of my plants was the sun. It was shading my strawberries too much. But if you planted a row of strawberries and then maybe 24 inches away had another row and you planted peas, it does the soil real good to do that, and it helps the peas. It helps the strawberries. But I had too many pea plants in here on top of my strawberries, and my poor strawberries were not getting any sun. I think that's all I'm going to put to them right now. That's going to help tremendously right there. And I'm going to come over and put them to the other one as well. Let me get the camera, because you can't see the other raised bed from here. But look at my pumpkin plant right there. Good gracious, I don't know. It's taken over my watermelon, and it's starting to get blooms. It's starting to get a few blooms. Oh. But see, I've got strawberries on either side of my celery. I got to show you my squash and zucchini flowers. And see, that didn't get pollinated down there. You see how it's not making, it's just drying up. That's because it didn't get pollinated. So I took the covers off of these, but I have not seen bees at all. I've seen very few wasps. So I don't know if my zucchini and my squash is going to get pollinated or not. It's certainly not because they're not producing. That's a male plant there. And these are male. So a male plant is not going to produce. All of those are males. They're not going to produce zucchini or squash. Not unless they start putting out that bottom one there now. That biggest one right at the end of my finger, that looks like a female. So I might get a zucchini out of that. But anyway, getting back to my my strawberry patch. Yeah, I need to put a little bit of put a little bit of straw in here. And I got little pepper plants coming up. Not on this side, but on here, I'm going to have to pull those pepper plants out. But I don't know if you can even see them. You can see I've got strawberry plants that are doing pretty good over here, considering they were just little, basically roots with a couple of leaves on them when I first put them out. As I said, I don't want to cover them up. I want them to get plenty of sun. I just don't know if they're going to produce anything, because everybody around here spraying their yards and their houses with that insecticide, and I have not seen one bee. So there may not be anything around to pollinate anything with. So if that's the case, we're not going to have anything in the gardens. Not if it's got to be pollinated. Now the tomatoes don't have to be pollinated. I don't know about the strawberries, but I know the zucchini and squash need to be. I've seen a few blooms on these little tiny plants. But these were all those little bare root strawberries. This little strawberry plant's got a bloom on it, a little flower. But that don't mean a whole lot. It may not have a strawberry just because it's got a flower. I don't know. Got a little strawberry right there, but the celery's about to take it over. much over in here. Whew. Oh me, I think a couple of those pepper plants are big enough to pull up. I really do. Can't see them. They're over on this side. Let's see. Lower that down a little bit. I don't have my garden tool here, but here's one of my plants. I gotta have something to put them on. Oh, let me go see what I can get. I'll put them in this little container because I want to leave a little bit of dirt on them. What did I do with that little piece of wood I had that I just dug that one up with? I don't know what I did with it. I thought I put it right there, but evidently I didn't. I got some weeds in here too. Get them out. And any pepper plants that are big enough. It's a strawberry. A weed. Pepper plant. Ooh, I'm sweating, y'all. It's a pepper plant there. Looks like I'm gonna have about 4 or 5 pepper plants to move. And these are purple bell peppers is what they are. I had planted them here because I wasn't sure I was going to get the strawberries. And then after I planted the seed, I got the strawberries. So the pepper plants are here too. Got 4 so far. 4 pepper plants. And I think there's a couple more in here, but I know there's 1 or 2 that's not big enough to get up. And that's a squash or zucchini, I don't remember which. You shouldn't even be in here with these. You know, in the best environment in the world, these should be in rows and have more room to grow than this, but this is the space I have to work with, so just have to make do. And we'll see how they work. If they do like everybody says, they'll put out runners, and I'll have more strawberry plants eventually put somewhere else, and I'll keep being able to make my patch bigger and bigger. So we'll see. My celery's getting a little bit big for my strawberries, but I had my celery here a long time before I thought about getting the strawberries. Make sure you don't cover your strawberry plants up. They gotta be to where they can get sunshine. Oh, and I got one right there. Cover it a little bit. Whew. You might be able to see better if I put the camera back here. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know why I put well, like I said, I put the pepper plants in that squash plant there before I realized I was going to end up actually getting my strawberry plants. So I may have to just dig that plant up and put it somewhere else, just like I'm doing the peppers. To give my strawberries plenty of room. That's probably what I'll do. I don't know how big the roots are to it. I got that up too. I'll just put it somewhere else. And there's a little pepper plant. Thought there was a strawberry there, but I guess there wasn't. Pepper plant, a strawberry plant there. And I can add more as it settles down a little. And just come out here and check it once in a while, make sure none of it is covering my strawberry plants. And I'll have enough here to add to all of it when it gets colder weather, I guess. It's natural wheat straw for animal bedding, garden mulch, compost and fertilizer, and grass cover. It was $26.58 for 4 pounds of it. So that's pretty expensive if you ask me. For straw, I thought it would have been a lot cheaper than that. But, oh well. If you live in an area where you can get pine straw is even better than straw to put on your garden bed to prevent grass, to keep your plants moist, that type of thing. I think my plants were getting too much rain with all that rain we got for the last couple of days. So they definitely don't need to be watered. That's for sure. Needs to dry out a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to take my squash plant and my pepper plants that I pulled up, and I'm going to go see if I can't find a place to plant those real quick. Get them back in the ground. So I just wanted to give you a quick peek, and I'm sweating like crazy, y'all. I wanted to give you a quick peek at what I was doing with my strawberry plants. And so far, every single one of them have lived. They're not very big, but like I said, they came up from bare roots is what they were. Bare root strawberry plants. They really didn't have any leaves on them or anything. They had a little bit of sprouts of leaves when I first got them. Some of them did, but that was about it. So I'm tickled to death that they're living this good. So I'm going to end this video, and I'll get back with you on the next one. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. Bye now.